Southern World.
There it is. Man, I was going to say something and I literally within seconds forgot what I was going to say. Just that quick. I was going to say something and I forgot it. Were you saying something?
I wasn't saying nothing.
You were saying something? Oh, I thought you were saying something. Welcome to Free Thinkers. I love it. Do you look at your profile and see like that red ring of fire or on your profile picture when you hit live on there? Well, no, because yours isn't going to your profile page. It's going to mine and then the Facebook and then the YouTube. But like when you look at my profile picture, this red ring of fire looks like the eclipse.
Yeah, I know when I do high IQ, then it's lit up.
Yeah. Of course.
Let me know it's live, and then
it just looks cool.
That's when I start sharing,
which
is the same thing that you're doing right now.
Share. It's literally what I'm doing. Okay, so I got us on public over there. All right, we're up. We're in all the places. Hello, what's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday. We are back. We took last Tuesday to ourselves. So thank you for joining us this week, and then obviously being here tonight. So I'm gonna let Q do all the talking this one tonight.
Oh, you won't let me do all the talking.
I mean, I'm gonna do a lot of talking too, but I'm gonna let Q drive this one all the way because
you're gonna drive this. You're gonna navigate this one.
I said I don't know about 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4, maybe between 3 and 4 o'clock hours Central Standard Time.
You can get the preliminaries out the way, and then I'll grab
a group text from Denise and Q talking about what we talking about tonight. We on absolutely we're on, of course. And I said, what are we talking about?
I set it up. So.
Okay. You tell the story because my version's so different.
Oh no. I was saying like adult content, all the intro stuff that we do. You forgot about that?
I think we pretty much passed that up, but you all know where to find us at. Go to the YouTube channel.
Make sure you like, comment, share.
Facebook page. Hit share. Like, share. Click the link, join us. Boom, here we are. I think that's pretty much it.
There we go. We jump right in. So, guys, you hear oftentimes, so many times when I say, hey, give us your ideas of things that you like to talk about. Because at this point, Nikki and I, we've pretty much talked about everything under the sun. Well, this is not going to be one of those episodes. This, I guarantee you, we have never talked about this before.
No.
So, as some of our fellow freethinkers were missing the group since we were gone last week, got something in short group text like, yo, we doing freethinkers today? Like, yeah, absolutely. What are the, and it's like, okay, what's the topic? What are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And so this is how so many conversations. So I hate trying to repeat this, but I do at least 3 podcasts a week.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the same conversation that comes up. Oh, well, what's the topic? What are we talking about? And it's like, what can we think of to talk? So the first thing, as soon as I seen it, I just start trying to, like, my mind tries to go somewhere. Where have I not gone before? So the first thing they like topic. I'm like, oh shit.
Literally.
Shit. By the way, Mama, don't watch this one because this is gonna be the most cussing I ever do because I can't. That's the
This would be great.
Yeah. I'm like, that's something we never talked about before. So I text back in the group thread. I'm like, let's talk about poop, shit, all things related to it. And Nikki was like, oh, no, that's going to be a no for me. And I'm like, you know what?
Are you serious? Like, why? What?
And I'm like, yo, this could be an interesting conversation. She was like, now. Like,
And Denise was hella excited. So I'm super fucking outnumbered. So here we are.
So today, I know we're known for talking a lot of shit, but today we're actually gonna be talking about shit. And all things related. So this is gonna be one of those just random conversations, and I'm like, immediately once I think of something, my wheels get to spinning. Like I have a formula, and then these questions and thoughts and observations start running in my mind. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, we can talk about that. So guys, today we are going to be talking about all things shit related. So if you ain't figured out by now, this is adult content, sometimes adult language. Put something in your ears if you don't want everybody listening to what you're talking about. You get a pass today if you don't feel comfortable sharing this week.
Oh, now you don't want to come?
Feel comfortable sharing, then we'll give you a pass on this one. But this goes to say again, we will talk about anything and everything. That's where we at right now. So let me ask you. I'm gonna jump to you, Nikki. Because I saw you said something in the thread. Let's start from base ground. Free thinker. Okay. You are a free thinker, right?
Yes.
You are open to talk about any and everything for the most part. How did you feel when we confirmed that we're gonna have? Did it make you uncomfortable about thinking about talking about shit?
No, because I've dealt with shit a lot of my life. So
Okay.
No. Whether
Well,
it's
just weird to you,
cleaning,
but it wasn't gonna be like this is gonna be uncomfortable for you.
No, I talk. Especially when it comes to the body, there's nothing I won't talk about. So,
Ooh,
and then to the point that our conversation extended, and went into. There's so many ways that literally a conversation about something is simple or gross or what the fuck, as talking about your poop literally means about the rest of your body and. Just so many parts that are related to gut health, honestly. So I was like, well, this could definitely turn into a very informative conversation, just depending on who's involved and where we go and what we talk about. But no, talking about it doesn't bother me, doesn't gross me out. Like, oh my God, I don't want to see it. Like, I'm a mom. I have three whole children. Like, no, that doesn't bother me. But I was like, what the fuck? This is so random. So I guess for that, I love it. So thank you.
Okay.
And then when Denise is on board, I was like, well, it's a done deal. We're going to talk about this. I was like, all right, let's
do it. Okay, let's start.
So I love it. I wasn't expecting this. Girl, me neither.
Okay, so you're free. You're open to talk about this. Let's start with the basics. Do you look after you're finished, or do you just?
For sure.
Of course, you got to.
Well, you don't have to, but is it just out of? Do you feel like for health reasons, like I need to look, I need to see, or is it just something like, no, I just like? Is there a reason behind you say you have to look, or no, I just do?
I think just for so many years, it's a default movement. Like you just go that direction anyways, like when it's over. So like natural response is like look. So I think that you look enough fucking times, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, this is not good. Right? If something were to be alarming, you would notice. Like that's why like me sometimes, it's interesting we're saying this because like sometimes I've heard about cases where people were like they were bleeding internally and they didn't know. And I'm like, how do you not know you're bleeding internally? Like literally your bowel movements will have blood in them. Like, so are you are you not like, how do you not know? Are you not seeing? Are you not looking? So I say it's, I think, a default mechanism, but obviously maybe for some people it's not, but I think it's both of them. So I'm going to answer that question as both of them.
Is it a part of, and I like your hair, too, by the way, Denise. Looks nice.
Where'd she go? I know she popped up for like 0.3 seconds. Oh, that is cute.
Thanks.
It's very pretty.
Is it
that green?
Is let me ask, is some of it a part of like was it as was it as big as it felt like? Like you trying to confirm like what, man,
what
that felt
happened?
like, was that as much as it felt like? Like, is it for confirmation purposes, or are you just like, I want to know for health reasons?
Oh, I'm just a curious person. Like sometimes I'm trying to gauge how long it took for something to pass through. So I'm like, that does look like them bell peppers I had in that burrito bowl.
Come here, baby Debo.
And it amazes you when the timeline is like, wow, this is interesting. Science is fucking cool.
That and too, I'm trying to, I like to look at the consistency of it, because then I know like, okay, I was dehydrated. Mm-hmm. This is way too dry looking and like clumped together. There's not enough moisture in there. So I must be constipated. I need to be drinking more water, or maybe whatever I ate. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, it's definitely backed up because this portion of the poop was this color and consistency, and this portion of the poop was a different color and consistency. So whatever that first thing was,
that is true,
had me backed up. Yeah.
Absolutely. How comfortable? Send a pit nada. Oh, that's a question I had to
look like to you? Does this look normal?
I'm gonna ask a question about that in a second, kind of. But how comfortable are you with your partner being in the restroom while you are doing the number 2?
Okay, y'all, got a hot take.
Okay.
So just so y'all know, because I probably ain't told y'all, me and my ex fiance, we got back together, right?
Okay.
We'll get into that. But there was a time where we were so comfortable around each other that we would shit in front of each other. And it was
a lot
just
of people
like,
do that.
Yeah. And so then we once we got back together and stuff, we're like, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't shit around each other. Because because you gotta maintain some sort of like romantic, when you just get to the point where y'all, I mean, you just let it all hang out. Yes, feel comfortable. Okay, yeah, maybe farting in front of each other, but just all out shit in front of each other is just like, okay, we need to scale it back. So am I? Yes. Do I think that you should? No.
That's no. And Denise, I am in 100% agreement with you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I need, because I've said this before. It's when you're talking about those, if you're trying to make a forever relationship, it's already going to be hard enough to keep things spicy, or you want your partner to see you in
a certain way,
unique or exotic type of way. And when you just get so common with a person, unless that's just a kink that turns them on, that's probably something that you wouldn't want to do.
Right.
So I agree with that 100%. I do not, you're not, this door is locked.
Yeah.
You're not coming in while I'm, and you know what the funny thing is, like one of my biggest, when I was looking for a house, we looked for tons of houses. If our restroom, if the toilet didn't have its own door, nope, ain't gonna work for me. I ain't getting it. I need,
that's a weird thing to me.
But that was like, especially certain houses, even at night, you know, just the toilet, the tub, shower, sink, it was just all right there. So either
I thought you meant to the bedroom. You mean the toilet needs to have a closed,
its own door.
And most houses today do, but it's weird to me sometimes when they set them up to where they don't, because it's such a weird position. It's like, this is dumb.
Houses 90s, early 2000s, a lot of them were just all shared space, and I'm like, no, And I will come into a restroom or a certain house and I'm looking, I'm like, no, the toilet is in the same. So, because even with me, it's like, you can't come in. You can't come take no shower. You can't come wash your hands.
I'm in the bathroom.
You can't even come to the closet to check. None of that. The door is closed. So I'm definitely one of the restrooms that had the toilet itself. It's just a small little place, the toilet, and there's a door that shuts. And the rest, the rest of the restroom is still occupiable. So yeah, that is that's definitely something for me. But I know it's not like that with everybody else. You know, a lot of people be like, oh yeah, I just, you know,
I'm good on that. I'm good. I think there's some things you don't need to know. Huh?
I wonder what their sex life is like. The people who shit in front of their partners, I wonder if they have like a regular, consistent sex life.
That's a good question. Anybody listening? For those of you who you know, shit in front of your partner, how's your sex life? Somebody put that in the comment. Let us know. Let us know. And one of, because I've said this many times, probably one of my biggest pet peeves is people talking to me while I'm on the toilet. Don't talk to me. I don't want to have a conversation.
Why are you talking to me right now?
You asking me about something that happened, or you asking me something you can't find in. Hey, and most of the time I just won't even respond to you. I won't answer you.
Like, okay, y'all. Question: Do y'all find it harder to shit without reading something or being occupied, looking at your phone? Like,
I do look at my phone. I'm usually playing chess, or I am looking at my phone most of the time. I'm occupied most of the time, and it's weird for me. No, I think it's just some new age stuff to where you just feel like you got to be doing something.
People have shit books in their bathrooms.
Oh yeah, you're right. That goes way back in the day. The magazines and stuff would be there even back in.
You read every bottle in the bathroom. You read the toilet paper package. You read everything. You knew what chemicals were and what, because you would read that motherfucker like the entire time you're in the bathroom. So I don't think it makes it harder to go or to not go, but they definitely say you sit on the toilet longer when you have a phone with you, and sitting on a toilet longer actually gives you hemorrhoids and compression issues over a period of time, because you're literally just sitting in that fucking position doing what you do, right? And it's just all that pressure and weight going on your body like that. So so over a period of time of literally just sitting there, when you normally would have got the fuck up after you read the Lysol bottle, like, you are long-term wise possibly experiencing some side effects from sitting and straining on the fucking toilet for 30, 45 minutes, numerous times a day, whereas the frequency and the duration might not have been that long, before cell phones.
Okay, do y'all use a poop stool? Have you used a poop stool? And do you prefer a poop stool, or notice a difference with the poop stool?
I have not. I've heard about them. I know, some people talk about squatty potty, or I think is that type of poop stool.
So for those at home, so apparently when you go to the bathroom, like back in the days before toilets, you would like literally just like squat down like on your 2 feet like that, and you would just shit. And that was like, I guess, the way your intestines and colon and all that stuff is made.
Right. They say that's natural. Yeah, that's
the way how you're supposed to do it. So when you get those little stools, they're about like this tall, and you set and you put your feet on that stool, it's supposed to recreate that position, and it's supposed to make it easier. And I have used it, but I don't know. I've never paid enough attention to see if it was easier for me or not. If I felt like
I don't know if it's easier, but what I will say, I hate, and I almost like, I will only, if I have to, I hate handicapped toilets, because they sit up higher, and the higher they sit, then I can't get that type of leverage to where you kind of somewhat of that position that you like. And then I'm short on top of that, and it's like, my feet don't swing, but
you said I don't get that kind of leverage I need.
I mean, but there's truth to all of those things. A person who's in a handy, a person who needs the handicap toilet versus the person who doesn't need it, there's different mechanisms happening with their body too. So, y'all, if you don't have a stool, obviously you don't need to go out and buy one or whatever, right? But like if you have something in the bathroom, even a wastebasket, I have a little like 2-tier old antique table that I put like toilet paper and napkins and shit on. And when I started learning about like the positioning of the feet and the height of the toilet and the body and the colon and all those things that definitely make a difference, I started putting my feet up on the top row of this little short table that I have in the area where my toilet room is, because I have a toilet room too. And I promise you it makes a difference. Even if you don't, even if you don't consider yourself to be like a constipated person, or even if you're just a regular person, I promise you, if you, let's say you are a little bit backed up and you try the regular way and you're just not making any fucking like real action, put your fucking feet up a little bit and just try that for a while. And once your body like changes position and the gravity and all of those things, it literally will assist it leaving your body, and there won't be as much pressure and pushing on, you know, your outsides as you're trying to strain. So those fucking stools, as corny as they look in your bathroom, like wrapped around the toilet, as somebody who cleans houses, they're so fucking gross to me. But there's definitely truth to raising your feet when you're having a bowel movement. Absolutely.
Ooh,
Do it.
Nikki.
Fucking do it. And pay attention to while you're doing it. And you'll be like, oh my God, like my body, like this is a smoother transition. Like it's a trip. It really makes a fucking difference.
Nikki, this makes me want to ask this question. Okay.
Yeah, we talking shit tonight.
Like, we talking shit, literally. So with that being said, it's like, how many other things in life do we make more difficult that have a very simple, right? And so then I started thinking about labor.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Right. Yeah.
Do you feel like if you had, or I don't know, did you give birth all the same way with all the kids? Were there any differences?
I did.
Like
I did. Okay. I did in the aspect of hospital, you know, epidural, vaginal birth versus like cesarean at home, or, you know, emergency situations. Yeah. I always wanted to have my kids at home. Always wanted to have a water birth, but in 1996, that just really wasn't what you did. And then in like 2010, 2007, when I had my son, it was like, fuck, it's been 10 years. This is a little bit scary. I'm a little bit older. Yeah. By the time I had Carter, I was like, I so want to do this at home. Today, I always said if I fucked around and had another baby, it would be outside in the yard when I'm standing up. You know what I mean? Because you got to think about the natural way in which we're designed to have babies. Like, we're not supposed to be laying on our fucking back for 8 hours, numb, can't feel anything. So how am I supposed to push and hear and feel my body if my body's fucking numb because I've gotten an epidural or I've gotten some type of pain medication? Like, yeah, birth is the most painful thing in the world, but it's short time. It doesn't last forever. And our bodies were designed for that. So they lay us up in those hospitals. They put us on our back. They slowed the process of birth down, Jeff, like the natural process down. Because like I literally went into labor the day, like I was at work the day I went into labor, and Kasha was 40 weeks. I was full term at 40 weeks going to work that day. I was like, oh shit, I'm having a fucking baby today. And it was, all of my pregnancies thankfully were very manageable. Thankfully I didn't have any, you know, medical issues. So I understand the concern for a lot of women to do it in hospitals, but we don't have to fucking do it in hospitals. We do not have to do it the traditional standard American health way. And honestly, we shouldn't. I mean, unless obviously you have a medical condition or whatever, but like I love that more women are taking control of like just the childbirth experience and doing it the way that like your body was designed to, as opposed to the way that the medical community has always made us think that this is how you have to have a safe baby. You don't. You definitely don't.
That has me thinking too, Nikki, like, again, it's like, okay, so how many things have they made an industry out of? If you make women lay on their back, then they're going to be in the hospital even longer than they probably typically would if they were in a squatting position. Then if they're in so much pain from laying on their back, they're going to ask for the drugs. So now the pharmaceutical company is in on it. And it just makes me wonder how much of this is industry and probably not necessary. And then they're just like, well, this is the thing. This is how we're going to keep the hospitals open. This is how we're going to keep everybody paid. You know what I mean? Just because we're doing things in a way that's not intended to.
There could even be, you could even go as deep as saying that like the height of the standard legal toilet, that toilet manufacturers have to make them at a certain height from the floor, right? Like you could even say that like
why they not
that
smaller?
height,
Why they not shorter?
why are they not taller? Why are they not shorter, right? You know, so you could easily say you could be sitting on the wrong size toilet for a long enough time that after a while, like, or one that's too long and you're just like overextending, like, all of those things can make me have more medical complications that are going to make me need the medical community. So, I mean, like when I had my last two kids, as soon as I had them kids and I was good to go and I was good. Like, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm straight. I'm going home. My kids' scores are good. Like, we had latched on. We're good. Like, I'm out of here. I don't need to fucking stay here for like another day or two. Oh, we need to monitor you. No, you don't. Not at $30,000 a day. You don't. Like, no, I'm good. No, we're going to go home. And if something's wrong, I'll call. But I'm not going to do that either. But a lot of things are made to where we have to be consumers. And then a lot of things keep us as consumers. So absolutely, I think a lot of those things can probably go hand in hand.
Let me ask, because I gave y'all a couple of my pet peeves. Do y'all have any shitting/toilet pet peeves that you didn't mention yet?
Pet peeves? I
don't like people talking to me.
Oh, people talking to you when they go to the bathroom.
I don't like tall toilets. I don't. The shorter the better. Oh, and the other one I was gonna say, I don't like small, like you know, some of them are more oval shaped and they're longer.
Oh, right, the shape
like
of the
smaller
toilet.
circles. Those are
Right.
Oh my god, they are irritating, especially for a man who has a penis. Like, you don't want your stuff rubbing up against the front.
Right, that's too much going on.
Worst.
It's the worst. Yes.
My pet peeve, I just don't want to. I don't want to see what you like. I want a clean slate,
right,
before I sit down and
right.
do what I need to do.
Clean up after yourself.
You don't like the streaks in the toilet.
I don't want no streaks. I don't want to see the. You know how they be having ball print on the.
No.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
They got the what?
The ball print. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Ball print
in the toilet seat, or like just the print?
The toilet seat.
Oh Lord.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what the. Who wants the balls leaving prints on the seat?
It happens. The ball print. But yeah, I like a clean slate for my sitch.
Right.
Like, I wanted to feel like I'm the first one to come down and do what must be done.
Otherwise, you can get your own bathroom, as far as I'm concerned. Like, get out of my bathroom, straight up. Like, you can go have your own. But yeah, I gotta say, you gotta clean up after yourself. Like, that's common decency in a shared space.
Okay, let me ask. I have another question. Especially when you're using any toilet that's not your main toilet, you know, whether it's you over a friend's house, you at work, whatever like that. What is your routine when it comes to using the restroom? Like for me, I don't care how clean the seat is. I don't care if the janitor maintenance person just came out. I'm still I put tissue down on each side. I don't like those thin
those
papers.
Thin. I don't like those.
Yeah.
I don't like those. So I put tissue down. I put I take a few strips of tissue and I put it down into the water. I know this TMI, but whatever. I put it down to the water because when you drop something, you don't want that water to splash up and hit you in the ass again. So,
Good point.
You just put a couple of sheets down in the water, so when it dropped, then that little whoop, don't splash back up.
Good point.
So you got a whole routine.
Don't everybody ain't got a routine.
Like, if I'm so work for me is like second home,
right?
So I know it's clean, so I don't feel the inclination to hit it with the full on. I feel it's clean, we good. Any other place, I'm about to uncomfortably squat.
Oh, I'm finna hover like a motherfucker.
Right. If I can, But if not, where I'm like, man, I ain't got it in me. My knees hurt today. Let me pull out
You
the
a
old
squat
sheet.
while you taking a shit? Like over? That's uncomfortable.
It is, but if you have them things with the handles and you can steadily kind of get it, you can make it happen.
Wow.
It's uncomfortable, but you can make it happen. But you also have to know what kind of shit is upon you. Because if it's a liquidy situation,
you know, wow, that shit.
You can't have it spitting out. They got to come out in pieces.
There's got to be a solid situation.
It got to be regular, some regular shit.
Do you have any routines, Nikki?
No, I'm a bathroom person. I don't, I've always been one of those people who dips off to the bathroom, and I've been doing it since I was a kid. Like, my parents used to always think it was trying to get out of like dinner chores and stuff like that. But I don't know. I would just, as a kid, we didn't have cell phones and computers and all that shit. So it's like you go dip off and you turn the radio on, and you could just fucking be in the bathroom, listen to music, reading every fucking thing in the bathroom. So it just became like, they always joke with me in my house. They always joke about, she loved the damn bathroom. My dad used to tell me that to the day he died, she'll be in the bathroom. You can't find Nikki, she's in the bathroom. And it's not always that I'm like in the bathroom, but it's like, I'm doing something in there, whether it's fucking with my hair or face or skin or nails or something in the bathroom, cleaning something out. Like, I'm just in there. So like, once I go in, I'm gonna be in there for a minute. Like, that's just what it's gonna be. But no routines that I can think of. I do have to have something to read. It doesn't have to be a phone, But I've actually tried to be conscientious and not take my phone with me when I go into the bathroom, just to like see how that experience is, how fucking ridiculous that sounds. But I definitely have to have something to read. Yeah, it's crazy you even have to do that to yourself. But
just to see, like, can I go with?
Can I go focus?
Yeah, can I just focus on shitting?
And you actually really are out of there so much faster.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. That might be too. I get to that in a little bit later. Okay, that's one of my tips. I'll leave that later.
You got a whole list of shit questions.
When you're at work, and this might be more for Denise, than like, okay, so you got the 2 stall. Is it harder for you to take a shit when there's someone right next to you in the stall, right next to you?
Okay, so here's the deal. Can we get into shit etiquette? Public shitting etiquette.
I mean, this will be the only time we're gonna do it. Okay. We'll get it out now. I don't think we're gonna have these conversations later.
Public shitting etiquette. There's 2 different etiquettes. There's work shit etiquette, and then there's like public etiquette, whatever, right? Okay. Outside of work. For work shit etiquette, you gotta know when somebody else was in there shitting before you or about to shit before you. And if so, if you see them waiting for you so that they can rock out, you might need to let them get their chance in, and then you come back and you take your shit. Or you can wait them out and they can leave and you take your shit.
Let me tell you.
And it don't matter if they're next to you or not.
I have one of my pet peeves. I do not like sitting on a warm toilet from somebody else's warmth. Like, I come sit down and it is warm from somebody else who just sat on it. I'm like, no, I'm gonna need a cold
I'm like that about desk chairs and office chairs. Yep. Same way. It's so gross to sit in a chair that someone just got out of.
I'm like, it's warm. It's still warm. This ain't even my heat. This is just somebody else's heat. Yeah, that's one of mine. I don't like that. And another one. So this is work for me, and this is where I get a little. So a couple things. Number one, I do get it. I get more hesitant. Like, it's harder for me to just release when there's like somebody in the next stall next to me or this and that. Like, it slows me down and holds me up. So one of the things I do, in addition to watching or reading something on my phone, I'll be listening. I put like my earbuds in. So either I'm listening to music, I can't hear what's going on over there. I can't hear what's going on nowhere outside of me. So I kind of I encapsulate myself in to where I'm not aware of what's going on around me, and I can just kind of do what I do more easily. If I don't have my earbuds in and I gotta go and somebody else come, and usually because even like it's 2 stalls at my job. Even if one of the stalls is full, like somebody occupied, I'll either come back or I'll just go somewhere different. And that's the other thing, because I like as much as possible having the space to myself, or at least starting off having the space to myself. Yeah. But the other thing, so even like with where I'm at, I'm in an office space, cubicles, different things like that. So there's a restroom right across, like directly in front of me that we go, it's only a couple steps away from my cubicle. If I got to take a shit, I go upstairs or I go somewhere else away from the area that I'm at. I'm like, I don't need the other people on my team that work with me coming in. I'm gonna go to a different area where it's not the same closeness, and I'm gonna go over there. So usually I go to the other side of the building. I'm like, all right, we do this.
What's your flush etiquette? Just me. Do you have flush etiquette?
I'm not the prison flush to where, soon as one drop, then you let it go. Because I want to see too.
But in public versus private,
I don't have that flush like, just drop. Now the other thing is like, they be so nasty. I don't know, it just let me know I'm not comfortable with other people. Man, these people come up in this restroom. As soon as they sit down, just like, damn, you don't want to just slow down a second? They just fart about 5-6 times. Just I'll be like, dang, y'all, you really feel like you own this country? Then you shitting with pride.
Fuck where you are.
You know what I noticed though, like from whenever people are that comfortable, like just like, and knowing other people are in there and just don't give a fuck, they're usually older. And it just like makes me look forward to being an older lady, because like
not giving a fuck,
just being like, I got a shit, y'all know I got a shit, and I'm shitting.
Right. Okay, let me ask, like when you're in a public place, do you try to be quiet while you shitting? Like,
yes, like, I definitely do.
I try to be quiet while I'm like,
I definitely do.
Nah, that airport shit, because we all know what we came to do. We in that line at the airport, and we all know what we came to do. We all know we've been holding it on the plane or whatever it was.
Right.
I'm letting it go. Y'all never gonna see me again. I'm never gonna see y'all again. Y'all somewhere going to Barbados, Wisconsin. I don't fucking know.
That's funny.
Just yeah, I'm a self-conscious public shitter. I definitely say that. So at work. Here's a question. Do you have what is your preference of toilet paper? Me personally, I like cheap toilet paper. I don't like expensive toilet paper.
I agree with you actually on that. I agree with you on that. And honestly, really toilet paper is not a great product anyways, but like there's like a natural one.
What the hell? What you mean? There's not a what you using, a bidet? What were you using?
No, I'm just saying a lot of the toilet papers that are out are generally like super bleached and have a lot of chemicals in them. So like literally just putting them on that delicate part of your body over time, like they're not good for your fucking areas. So the fancy fluffy ass like quilted extra 97 fucking layers of toilet paper that clog your toilet every time you flush it, it gets stuck
the way it needs to get up.
It's too much for your skin a lot of the times. So the cheap one is actually not bad, and then this natural one that I use. But no, I don't like the big fluffy.
I just don't like the thicker it is, the hard. Like the thicker it is, it doesn't
do its job.
And the intricacies of the crevice the way
that no, and then it leaves stuff on your skin. It leaves toilet paper on your skin, on your butt. So it's like that's just no good. And for women, the last thing we need is little pieces of fibers just hanging around down our shit while we're marinating all fucking day. Like it's not good for us. Like it's not, they're not good products. But you know, neither are a lot of the wipes either. So you mentioned a bidet, but like bidets are actually like the best fucking thing that a person can have.
If you ever use one of them, oh my goodness,
but socially it's so not acceptable, you know. I mean, not here anyways. I think it's slowly becoming more socially acceptable, but for the longest time, like if you had a bidet in America, you were either super rich or you were a fucking weirdo. Now you see them much more commonly, but that's the best thing for you.
No, those things are great. They are great.
I can't. Something about it just, I don't know where the water's coming from. I don't know where it's going.
I do be wondering about that. Like, where's the water coming
She's like, that is all my stuff. Like, right. Is this the filtered water that comes to the house?
You know, does it splash? Tap water? Does my boo-boo splash? Is the next person's boo-boo splashing? Is it gone when I need to bidet myself? I can't. I just can't.
So that bothers you. Okay. I never even thought about that with one before, but now I'm like, oh great, new fucking fear unlocked. You know what? I mean, it's obviously like the way that, you know, we started, but like people that use the reusable like toilet paper, like the toilet paper, like reusable toilet paper. They're like toilet paper cloths that you like use them and then you throw them. They're like disposable diapers for babies, but they're like adults. And so you have like a roll.
I saw that back in the late 80s, early 90s when I would go on a track meet, and I'm like, what is this?
They'd have a little tub, just like an old diaper pail, and you put your pissy and shitty wipies, like nappies, in there, and you'd wash them. But this is where a lot of people had bidets, or you know, or they had the faucet attached to their toilet because they'd wash them out of the fucking bathtub, and then they'd wash them all once a day. But there's a lot of people who use those too, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go ahead and spend the fucking money and kill the trees with the toilet paper because I rewash plastic bags. I'm not fucking redoing toilet paper.
I don't want to save the planet that bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm all right now. Right. I'm all right now.
But you know.
But what y'all do? So Q, you have kids, Denise, you don't. So this is kind of this could be an interesting perspective. Would either of y'all do cloth diapers then on your children?
Oh no, not even a little bit. That's a archaic idea that might have been. Do you like? There is no absorption. The kid pees and everything goes everywhere. That cloth is just. All that cloth does is give you about 5 to 10 seconds of warning time to let you know. And who wants to be washing shit?
Yeah, and then babies be having that little liquidy boo-boo shit.
Mm-hmm. This is where plastic pants come into play.
I ain't put my child no plastic pants.
Those cloth diapers are awful.
Now it's stuck all underneath their knee and shit because, like, no.
No, I never did cloth diapers, but I wouldn't have an issue doing cloth diapers.
I would never.
I think today, with the way that like the cost of today's diapers, I would absolutely entertain cloth diapers today. And I say that as somebody who's kind of stayed home most of all of my children's smaller lives and potty trained them and da. Like I would do cloth diapers. Diapers are so fucking costly. Like when we pass by them every once in a while at the grocery store, even my son, my 17-year-old, he's like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, you need like 2 of those a week for the rest of your fucking life if you have kids right now. He's like, yeah, no, never mind. Like I do cloth diapers. Yeah, cloth diapers.
I would never ever do cloth diapers.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
You just gonna be touching piss and shit.
Most people have a sprayer attached to their toilet at home. So like poopy diapers from a kid, they would just turn them inside out, you know, because it's just one piece. They turn them inside out and they spray them into the toilet. Don't, you know, flush the toilet and throw the dirty one in a bucket and put a new one on.
I mean, they're either peeing or doing the number 2 at least every 3 or 4 hours. Like,
Right.
you will constantly be.
Not just they get older and they are of age where they need to be going and doing that on a toilet now. I mean, the whole point is to get them out of that system and into a toilet, using a bathroom in the toilet.
From a
So they usually
newborn
potty
to
train
1.5,
earlier
2
and sooner. Huh?
A newborn to 1.5 or 2 years old, you'll be changing even by the time that they are, say they 1 or 18 months or something like that. They still gonna go probably at least 4 times a day.
Sure. But you get
And
that
you
kid,
clean up.
that kid get on the toilet. We finna get on this toilet. You finna get on this toilet. You finna get on this toilet. Finna potty train soon. You finna get up out of these diapers. You finna get on this toilet. It doesn't work for everybody, obviously, but I would do it. I would definitely entertain it. But that's also coming from perspective of like stay-at-home mom. I don't know if how easily that would be able to be accommodated in like a regular childcare setting. And a lot of childcare places probably wouldn't even take a kid unless it was that type of childcare, with cloth diapers, because that's just too much of a pain in the ass when something does go wrong. At home, obviously, you got more controlled factors. But now what trips me, I don't know, Q, if you've ever seen these, because you've got babies now. It's been a long time since I've had a baby, but they've got like literally like car seat style little toilets you can put in your car.
No,
And like,
seen it.
I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding. It's a portable toilet. And it literally looks like a toilet. You put the seat belt on it so that when your kid has to go to the bathroom while you're in the car.
What age?
I mean, it was like a little mini toilet, but it was like you probably could have got a 3, 4, 5-year-old sitting on it if you really had to. But it was just supposed to make travel
3, 4,
easier
5,
with
I
kids.
don't even trust them with that. You can't even trust a 4-year-old to pee, and they're gonna be you're gonna feel something hitting the back of your neck while you're driving.
Just go ahead, pull over and let them out. Shit.
Right. You old enough to let me know you gotta go to the bathroom.
Right.
Have situations. Let's go a couple situations.
Sharding.
Have you ready for that?
Have you dang, you made me think about something. So have you ever started on yourself?
For sure. And after, see, this is the thing. After sharding on yourself the first time, you will never shard again.
You're forever scared to let that ever fucking happen.
You know. It's like it only takes one time for you to know.
Right.
After you shart, it only takes one time to be like, this is one of them.
Like, this gonna be that moment.
Too hard.
So were you somewhere where you can?
It's a true statement, though.
Whatever you doing at that time, then it's all over. Like, nope, the day is finished. I'm going. Whatever I had going on that day is we done. We're gonna start over tomorrow.
I don't think
it depends on how bad.
I don't think I've ever. I'm not recalling any time that I've done that. However, I will definitely say I've peed on myself. I could make it home. It didn't happen. I was like,
oh my God. So that is
like,
a bad feeling.
Huh?
Were you drunk or like fresh after having a kid?
No, I had been drinking earlier that day though. That's for goddamn sure.
Okay, so what is it about that alcohol?
And I just laughed as it happened. I was like, "Bitch, this is happening."
Shit.
I can't believe I'm saying it now because I said I'd never say it.
You're like, oh man, this is actually happening.
This is what happened.
You're like, you just gotta surrender to it.
I mean, you couldn't stop it because this bitch is coming. So shit, it is what it is. And I will never ever laugh at anybody else who has a drunk pee on themselves story. I swear to God, from that moment.
So what is it about drunk piss that just like it don't hold? Like soon as you feel it, you got about 90 seconds to go.
I think it's your body being like, this.
You be like, man, I think I gotta pee, and then be like, oh shoot, I can't hold it. Like, it's what?
I think it's your body just being like, this needs to come out. This is something is not right here.
Get this shit out of here.
Toxin, get it out of me now.
It's like a snake bite.
Alcohol
And
is
you
so
got
much
alcohol's
different.
depressant. It's a central nervous system depressant, so it weakens things, it loosens things. So your ability, that doesn't mean obviously all things, right? But then of course it's the break the seal phenomenon when you're under the influence too. You pee once, now you got to pee 50 fucking million times. Like why? Like I'm not even drinking that much, but your muscles are more relaxed. So it's just, I get it now. I got it that time. I never understood how people could pee on themselves. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I think it's harder for girls because like we can't just whip it out and go safely. Like we got to do shit and then get somewhere and get squatted and save our feet, make sure our knees are good and our skirt and our ankles and our hair and shit. Like I got to hold stuff up. Man, there's a whole process and you can't just squat on the side of the road because then you get a fucking indecent exposure fucking arrest. It's like, I'm just gonna pee, man. What the fuck?
I work security. I seen that so many times. So
of course.
Me and Prince, we had a security company that we had started. We actually had we did the hotel. We did security for the hotel on, I think it's 12th Street. It's like a super Motel 8 or something like that. It's right on the corner of I-35 and it's either 11th or 12th Street. I can't remember which one it is, but it's weekends, people just coming off of 6th Street, coming to the hotel, whatever. And yeah, it was like all the time. People coming as soon as they get out the car drunk. I guess they couldn't wait till they got to the room. Women, they just in the middle of the parking lot, squatting down all the time.
Be drunk.
Be pissy drunk. And they be like, oh, I need to use the restroom. And then boyfriend like, oh, let me find you something. And 5 seconds later, he's just squatting in the middle of the parking lot, like, and it ain't no trees around, it ain't nowhere to go. They just dead mill parking lot. Like, oh, gotta go.
Can't hold it.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all that. So pissing, that is, you be like, damn, I can't believe it. Now, if you ever sharting, it's like, ooh, did that just happen? But if you ever shit on yourself, let me tell you something. I came, and this was recent. This was like maybe a year ago. I was out playing tennis, just getting it in, this and this and that. Enjoying myself. My stomach was hurting a little bit. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Stomach hurt. I'm still playing through. Game almost over. I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna get on out of here in the next 10, 15 minutes. By the time the game finished and I got out of there, it was getting dark. And I wasn't that far from the house. So I'm like, ooh, shit, my stomach hurt. And then by the time I'm like, damn, I think I got shit. I rushed to my car. Now, from where I live to where tennis court is not even far. It was all of a 45-second drive. I jump in the car and it starts, the urge starts accelerating. And I'm like,
of course. As soon as you get in the car.
I'm driving in the car. I'm sitting up here squirming and moving. I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm doing everything to like hold it in. And my muscle is starting to give out. I'm like, nigga, you are not about to do this shit right now. And I'm sitting up here going off of like, I cannot fucking believe this shit is about to happen. And I'm over here driving down the road. I'm driving down the residential street.
Fucking nightmare. Like, not right now.
I'm going about 60 miles an hour, halfway off the lane. This and this. I'm cussing and praying to God, doing everything under the sun. I'm like, oh my God. So I swerve. I hit that corner hard, pull up at my house, and the garage door's not opening fast enough. And it's to the point to where, like, I know I'm not closed off. I'm like, and I'm wondering, like, is this happening already? I'm like, Q, this is not fucking happening. Shit. So I get to the house. I literally cannot get to my door to open the door. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I run to the side of the house and I just throw everything off and just out there, everything.
Your fucking neighbors that have no security.
Well, the neighbors next to me, nobody lived at the house next to me. And I literally, like, after I was done, I just took my
like,
clothes.
how do I clean this up?
No, I just took my clothes and put them in the trash. My trash bin was right there. I put it straight in the trash.
Oh my God.
But it's like your body betraying you at the worst level. I'm like, yo, you can't make yourself hold on for another 30 seconds.
Right.
Oh,
like,
man.
what the fuck? You see, I'm almost there. Why are you doing this to me right now?
I'm sitting here having a conversation with my body, like, dude, hold on, dude, hold on. And my body wasn't listening.
You know what? I'm grateful though. I'm so grateful that I don't have like IBS, right? Like I couldn't imagine that struggle right there every fucking day, like a couple times a day, right? Like literally never being able to make it, or having like explosive issues, like so freak random. Like I'm a fairly regular person, so I pretty much, my shit, no pun intended, is pretty predictable. So like I don't generally run into situations where like, oh God, that might happen, unless I really fuck off my diet or something somewhere. Truth be told, but like. That's the worst fucking thing ever. And I feel as though as humans, we have all experienced it, and we have all had to fucking pull over and pray to God that nobody catches us, pissing outside the car or whatever. Like when we see a human experiencing those kinds of things, like it's just like the universal pass. It's okay. Like I get it. Ain't nobody tripping. Like, whoa, just keep it moving. Like don't even look at what's going on, because everybody's body loses control like that at some point. But it's wicked how some people's body seems to respond so heavily like that, where you can't control it. But then you have people who are like, oh no, I hold it all day. I don't go at work. I don't go at such and such house. I don't go anywhere unless I get back home. I'll hold it. And I'm like, how the fuck did your body let you hold it? Because I feel as though when the body says it's time to go, it's time to go. At least that's always been my experience. So how you can hold it for 7 hours at work or 8 hours at school, that always trips me out. Because I'm not, my body's like, no, it's time to go. It's time to go.
Now I done held it before, but I ain't trying to hold it all day at work.
And some people will. They'll be like, I refuse to use public toilets. I refuse to use the public bathroom. Like, I'll never put my body on another toilet except mine. And I'm like, how do you go in public? Like, how do you leave the house then if that's the case? Like, every day you wait till you get back home at the end of the day? But like, kids do it all the time. They'll hold it all day during school. And then as soon as they get home, they'll go once they get home. So it's weird how your body...
I used to do that. When I was younger, I did used to do that. So I do remember. But my big grown ass now.
I know. I know. I wish I would be too fucking embarrassed to do something that my body has no fucking control over. Like, not zero. I didn't ask for this to happen. This is just clearly the way that my digestive tract is deciding that now is when we're going to do something. Like, come on.
What do y'all think that's about? Why is it so embarrassing to dookie? Like, why? Like, we all know we all shit, and we all know all our shit stinks. Why is it so embarrassing?
But everybody's stinks. Like, yeah, some people's is worse than others, but everybody's does. Like, it shouldn't be one of those. I don't know. Some people are grossed out too. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, it's gross when you think about it, but it's not gross when you think about it. It's literally just your literal body waste. Like, it's just gross because it smells funny, but it's like an eye booger. It's like snot. It's like thrown up. Like, it's not, I don't think it's gross, but people think it's, I don't know, people make you embarrassed. Yeah, people are embarrassed about boogers.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever had a situation where maybe you over a friend's house, you at a house party, something like that, and you go, maybe you got to do number 2, and either the toilet is broke or the toilet malfunctions or the water.
Oh, that's the worst. That motherfucker there.
Nothing like that mug about to overflow. That's the scariest shit.
That is.
Flushing is less scary than the overflow. The overflow is scary.
That is scary. So I had I think it was Thanksgiving or something like that. And then my auntie came out the toilet. She's like, And then she came to me. I don't think she wanted to go to an adult at the time. She's like, I'm not sure. I think the toilet is broke or something ain't going wrong. You know, and people hate to do that because if somebody go check or try to fit, and then you know they gonna see you what size, what size you dropped up in there, and then yo, whatever you dropped is exposed to everybody else in the world. Has that happened to any of y'all before? Like, they're gonna they're gonna see. Like, would that not be embarrassing?
Nah, I gotta figure it out. I can't have nobody else taking care of my shit. Like, where's the plumber? Like, I know how to get in the toilet. Cause usually if it's not flushing, it's just that little chain.
Right. You just gotta
adjust the chain. And
right.
Then you might have to,
and you could, if you just pull the chain up to get the water going, then it's there.
Right. I don't think I've ever been in that situation where I had somebody had to come check up on my shit.
Yeah, me neither. I've done it like for other people, like kids, and I mean, there's obviously been times at work where the toilet's backed up, and I'm like, fucking kill me. I have to go to the bathroom after a client and like go figure out what's going on with this fucking toilet. But again, I feel like some people, you just get like desensitized to it. It's just what the body fucking does. I wouldn't want somebody coming in after me, you know, so I say it at the same time, but I'm okay with it with other people. Like, that doesn't make me feel weird and grossed out, but I've definitely had to go in after somebody fucked up a toilet, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so much information.
Right.
Ooh, no, I ain't gonna ask that. Let me ask, do you this might just be me, but do you ever question a person who goes in and comes out too fast? You knew they took a shit, but they was in and out in less than 2 minutes. I'm like, how do you go in and do that and come back out that quick? Like,
right.
Like, do you think about do you question, like, are you nasty, or like, why would you? Because for me, it takes me, after I'm finished, it's gonna take me about another 3 minutes for my my insides to feel comfortable again.
Right. I gotta give it a second to make sure I'm good. Might be to make sure it's time to leave, you know, make sure we good.
Wait, for your insides to feel comfortable again?
Yeah, because, like, you know, when you're having a bowel movement, right?
Yeah.
And you feel it first before it actually comes, and then, like, you ever, like, it's just like when you just finished dropping one, or maybe you just dropped your last one. Your body still feels a certain type of way. Everything inside ain't closed back up yet.
It's not relaxed again. Yeah, it's not back to its relaxed state. So
but it's so weird. That's just like, exactly, it's back to its relaxed state. But you don't get up before it's gotten back to that relaxed state, do you?
I need to feel the.
I need to feel like I'm normal again. Like, okay, everything done. We good.
You know,
like, one of the worst things in the world.
Over. You know, like, what if your body's not done? Like, you got to make sure, all right, I'm good. Like, this is it. Right. Like, cool, it's time to go.
Have you ever had to abruptly get off the toilet? Like, when your body hadn't completely got itself, that is like the weirdest feeling. I don't even want to put my pants back up. I don't want to do nothing. I don't care what I just like. No, my body still
right
feels. My body still feels a certain type of way. It's like,
yeah.
That is hilarious.
Wet wipes, mandatory, right? For adults, wet wipes should be mandatory. You agree? Disagree?
I'm not a fan of them.
I just get in there at the angles. They need to be gotten at.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them.
It's still dry on dry. You need I mean.
And then usually, like, okay, because if I'm in public, I don't have wet wipes.
Right.
Yeah, I try not to shit in public, number one. And when I'm at work, I keep wet wipes at my desk with me, so I take them when I go.
No, I'm not a have to have wet wipes person.
Yeah, I have to. So I'm once I'm finished, I'm wiping twice, and I don't mean with the same wad of toilet paper. One wad gets one swipe. That's it. And then you drop. Get another one, swipe, drop again, and then I have my wet wipes to come after I've wiped twice. And then I wipe, drop, wipe again, drop. And so the thing is,
take a shower.
This is my thing. But I can't take a shower. My thing is, so let me ask you this. And good, we're gonna be done soon because I think we got explicit as we need to be. After, do you look at the toilet paper after you wipe?
Oh, got to. Because that's how you know if you need to wipe again.
Right.
Yeah.
So and if I see any residue, then I'm gotta wipe again. But anyway, 90% of the time, even when I wipe once, drop, another wipe again, drop. This is way too much information, but whatever. Then when I have my wet wipes, most of the time, there's still something else that the dry toilet paper didn't get.
Yeah. Sometimes.
So that tells me, like, yo, it's pretty necessary for you to use the wet wipe, even after everything that you do. But yeah, that's my thought on it. Have you ever, I got another question. We almost done. Have you ever, you're ready to get intimate with your partner, but you gotta go? You be like, damn, I'm ready to get this in.
If I gotta go, I gotta take a shower. I cannot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Shit, and you cannot.
Right. Right. Straight up.
Get the shower.
Yeah.
After the shit.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm just super conscientious about how I know this probably sounds crazy, like how I offer my body to my partner, right? Like how I give myself to him. I'm very conscientious about like the presentation of what he's about to get. So like I would never like, no, God, no. Like, you know, I see these like jokes and shit online of like men finding toilet paper balls and people's women's stuff whenever they're going down on women. And I'm like, oh my God, I'd be fucking mortified. But like, I mean, I know it's a thing that happens, right? When you use toilet paper, which is another argument that people make about using the wipes, because then you don't have the you know, the leftovers on your skin. But no, I'm very, very meticulous and particular about stuff like that. So I'm with you. We definitely got to take a quick shower, and other than that, we good. Like that happening doesn't turn me off from fucking you, but you're gonna definitely take a shower, you know. But some people think that like if your partner, y'all about to get it on, your partner has to run to the bathroom really quickly, that all of a sudden that just like turns the whole fucking mood off, and now I'm not, you know, I'm not into it anymore. And it's like, man, you fucking had to go to the bathroom. Right, I'm right here looking out the shower. Hell, I'm hopping there with you with your little dirty ass. We're gonna have some fun. Get in the shower and get out.
Right.
But that don't fuck my head up like that. But yeah, that would be gross, crawling your ass back in the bed. No. Come on, baby. Come on. You gotta do better than that. I'm not throwing you no dirty ass. Don't bring me none.
Yeah, too many things I gotta touch and smush. No. For there to be any inkling of a boo-boo crud or anything.
No, I'm good. Go get it clean and we good.
What do y'all feel
look,
about
a little bit of shit on some lettuce turning to E. coli? You know what I mean? Like, no, I just want to make sure you straight before we be fucking around and playing with each other.
Right. Because if it's a salad to be tossed, you know what I mean? Or anything of that magnitude.
Like, I mean, you know,
like so weird.
Our bodies are so susceptible to picking up fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So like if a dude has got something going on and his stuff is exposed to my stuff and it's like bacteria and I was going all up in my yoni, like we can't have that.
Now there's a
off the pH balance and shit. No.
Right.
You gotta be clean.
What do y'all feel about? I don't know if y'all remember back in the day.
Different. I think pee is a totally different machine than poop. Yeah. I think that I mean there's actually like I don't want to say beneficial, but there is beneficial like components to urine, especially if you're a healthy person. I don't think that there's many studies that, there's much beneficial action to like human waste as there is like with pee being used. But does your partner have to fucking go take a shower after they pee? Like, would you let your person get back to bed if they ran to go pee real quick? I totally am fine with pee.
Sure.
Like, pee does not bother me.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah. He said no pissy pussy and no pissy penis. I mean, you're supposed to still wipe and dab and get your little water and like, clean it up a little bit and hop your ass back in the bed or wherever you're at.
Get the wet wipes.
Get the wet wipes. Then you taste like soap and lavender.
Right.
I'm gonna just give me a little water and a little towel.
Let me ask y'all. I don't know if y'all had the old grandparents like that used to have the cushion seats. How y'all feel about the cushion seats?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those are the worst. Mm-hmm. Those are the worst.
Especially after they start cracking up and then they start pinching your skin because they start cracking on the edges.
Because they cracking from dry piss, drying out that little layer of cushion.
Oh,
that little
dry piss. It's too much pressure on it. It's the same thing when I go to the gym.
It's dry piss.
And from on it, then it starts breaking up. I don't think it's dry piss. But who knows?
It still smells like pee.
So if a person has if a person don't keep a clean commode, like you go to a person's house and their commode is dirty, do you look at them different because of that?
Depends on how dirty it is. It depends on how dirty it is. Like my toilet is shared by me and two boys. They have their own bathroom, but they really don't use it because Kasha kind of uses that one mostly. So I'm like, just let her have that bathroom. They like my bathroom anyways because I have a big window in it. So it's just bright. So like my bathroom will get pulled out much faster than the other one because 3 of us are using it and they have just as much hair as I do and they wash it every fucking day. So like my bathroom definitely gets dirtier than the others. But like if I go to your house and it's like, obviously you haven't cleaned this motherfucker at all. Like I don't clean the bottom of the toilet every single time I clean my toilet. But like you can tell when you ain't never cleaned the bottom of the toilet. Like you can tell when you've never used a scrubber and like scrub the bowl. Like you should be able to quick clean something before somebody comes over and it look clean. But if you quick clean something and that shit look like you just barely scratched the surface, a dirty bathroom to me is gross. So as a housekeeper, no shade, but like to me that is just kind of like it's the one area that you can just shut the door on and say fuck it, nobody's allowed in my bathroom and bedroom, right? So like you can't see what's happening in there. My kitchen and my living room is fine, my other parts of my main house are fine, but a dirty bathroom just, I don't know, there's just something kind of gross about that.
That takes points away from a person if they bathrooming. Especially, let me say this too.
Toothpaste all in your sink, dirty shit on your toilet, piss all down the sides. Like you ain't never cleaning up after yourself at all.
But not only that, in addition to that, if you know somebody coming over, you got company.
Man,
you ain't even want to clean up when you know that someone else may possibly be using your restroom. That let me really think because you're nasty. It's like, dang, you ain't even prepare for somebody potentially
try to clean up before I came over.
You don't even think this is gross.
You don't think this is gross. So this is what you do.
Or even worse, maybe you did. That's your version of straightening up your restroom. It could have been a lot nastier.
This is what, and I swear to God, I know this might sound crazy, and I don't know, maybe this is how men think regardless, but like, I feel like if I was a man, I would not be very sexually attracted to a woman who had a dirty bathroom like that. I feel like if that's how you keep all your space all the time, like your pussy probably like that too. I know that sounds terrible, but there's just no way I can correlate a clean vagina with a dirty ass motherfucking bathroom. Like
that's where you get clean.
I mean, that's where you're supposed to be clean.
Dirty bathroom, a sink full of dishes. food in it all over the place, dirty clothes, you don't do your laundry on a regular basis, or the laundry you don't, even your dirty laundry could still be organized. Like I have certain baskets. Like I do my laundry every Friday, but I have a basket that I put all of my laundry in until that Friday comes. So it's not like I have dirty underwear and stuff all over the place like that. That's questionable to me. It does make me question the person. Like, if that doesn't bother you, what else doesn't bother you? Being that you shower every day, to being nasty bothered, like what bothers you if that doesn't bother you?
Yeah.
And I there's time I saw back in the day, especially like dirty sheets, a person that don't change their sheets often enough.
Oh God.
And you see like a
oh God.
I had an instance on that. I had a decision to make. Like, do I want to proceed with this? This is back in the day.
Oh no.
And my dirty ass, I'm like, well, let's go ahead and get yeah, whatever. We deal with it for
a few minutes. We're not getting in them covers. This is when we go over to the sink.
Oh man.
Damn it. That would be gross to me though, like getting in someone's bed or whatever, and that motherfucker was clearly like 3 weeks ago sheets. Like, same point. You knew somebody was coming over here. Like, why would you not take care of this? Like, period. Like, that's when you're supposed to go on a clean spree. And even in that, you can tell when a person's dirty or not. Like, even if my house has got shit everywhere, my house is never dirty. Like, it's never been dirty. Like, I'm not cleaning my fucking floors once a week. I'm just not. I have a dog and kids, and I don't give a shit, honestly. But, like, it's never dirty in my house. Some of these houses I've been cleaning lately have been very, very dirty. And, like, you can tell, like, one of these people's house I just did recently, like, the little girl's room was fucking disgusting. Ate everywhere, food everywhere, drinks everywhere, just things just piling up on the floor that's been spilled. Like, I felt as though, like, I literally looked at this little girl's room and looked at her bed and just looked at her whole entire energy of her space that she kept. And she's like in elementary school, but it was like, you're gonna be a dirty girl when you get older. Like you're not gonna be you're not gonna be a clean woman. Like, you think like your mom is, and this is kind of what took me to it, is like, this is your mom doing this. Like, this isn't her. She's only doing what she's allowed to do. I'm like, I have never fucking seen my children's room look or smell the way that this kid's room looked and smelled. But that's because they have to do shit. They have to clean up. They have to be clean. They got to take showers. They can't leave dirty clothes all over the goddamn place. But if you allow children to be dirty nasty, they gonna be dirty fucking nasty. And that's one of the things I'm definitely instilling in my son as a 17-year-old, with how I want him to know that when it comes to women, you don't get no dirty ass girl. Like, she needs to be clean. She needs to take a shower. She needs to fucking smell good. She does not have to be beautiful, covered in makeup, but her fucking armpits got to smell good. Her body got to smell good. Like, she got to be clean. She can't have no oily ass shit all the fucking time. Like, because all that correlates back to like just cleanliness and hygiene. And then you take it into the whole poop conversation. And it's like, if you're just kind of nasty with it, you're just kind of nasty with it. And that's not it. I don't want my kids to think that that's some fly ass shit, because that's not how we do here. But obviously everybody doesn't, operate the same way. And I realize that every fucking house I go in to go clean, I'm like, wow, everybody has different hygiene practices. You can tell.
Yeah.
Is it your responsibility, if you're using a shared restroom, after you're done, is it your responsibility to spray something?
Absolutely.
Or you got the person whoever come in after you is like, no, that's, you either deal with it or you spray something. Like,
it's just ridiculous. You just an asshole. So you definitely need to handle your business before you leave.
Unless you're a flusher.
Even then, if you have something to spray it. But you definitely shouldn't be sitting in there and fucking stewing in it. You better be flushing.
have you ever been constipated to the point of tears?
Yes, but no, not tears, but real pain. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is what I want to talk about so we get our healthy. I was having trapped gas, y'all. And that was it, and I was constipated, and it was then causing like the trapped gas. And I'm like, am I having a miscarriage? Like it was that
Sharp
it was
pain.
that painful. And then it travels to different places. It'll feel kind of like period cramps. Then it'll feel like your back is hurting. Then it'll feel like somebody's punching you in the side. And I did all this, and I'm like, maybe, and then I'm like, well, maybe I have like some sort of like digestive like disease or something. So I went and go get checked out. I like schedule an appointment because it was like too many occurrences of me having trapped gas back to back where I'm like, I might have like celiac disease or something. Like I need to go see what's going on. So I go to see I think it's called gastroenterologist, and that's who deals. Yeah, they deal with your digestive system and whatnot. So they run all these tests on me, and before he does the test, he's like, I can almost guarantee you that you're just lactose intolerant. He's like, we're going to run the test just to make sure. Like I end up getting a scan like the next week and all that stuff. They scanned my entire abdominal and all that stuff. I took tests to see if I had celiac disease. I took tests to see if I had SIBO. There was something else I took tests to see if I had. They ran blood tests on me to see if I had any allergic reactions to anything. And sure enough, I just had some really cheap cheese because I had some queso and it was just really oily and greasy. And that's really what it was. And I've been like staying away from cheese or keeping it real minimal and keeping like dairy real minimal.
Good.
And I feel much better now, but like it's no joke. When your digestive system is fucked, it is like, oh my God, this is the worst pain ever.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it. Like you want to burp, you want to fart, you want to go to the bathroom, but it's like it won't happen. You know, and people do a lot of different things to try to make themselves go, but this is where like literally diet and hydration plays a huge factor. But a lot of people take prescription medications, and a lot of prescription medications just by default will dehydrate you, make you constipated. So it's a vicious cycle for a lot of people back and forth, just trying to like even be normal. But so much of normal bowel movements is related to the food that we eat. And it's funny that you mentioned cheese as like just the thing that you mentioned. I shared something either last night or today about cheese in particular, and how like basically like the cheese is essentially the dairy has been broken down so much today that like there's this particular chemical. I guess like most of the cheese is owned by Pfizer essentially. And there's a particular chemical that they generally use in cheese now to make it spoil faster, to make it curd faster. So it's like the chicken's getting all the antibiotics that makes the chickens bigger and ready to kill faster because they're huge. And so like they're basically cutting mozzarella cheese and all the cheeses with this particular chemical because it makes the fucking shit hurry up and they can produce more, they can sell more. But like nobody knows what the like side effects of this particular chemical are, other than this shit is actually really fucking bad for humans to consume. But it's like 80% of the cheese is owned by the people that make this shit. So it's like all the cheese that we eat basically is now more toxic, not even just because it's cow dairy and we aren't cows, but it's cow dairy going into a body that really isn't designed to break that shit down, and then it's full of fucking poison. Period. It's like cheese is acne, cheese is eczema, cheese is, you know, so many fucking different gut intolerances that break out on the skins. Dairy is so horrible, but we love dairy. We're told that milk does the body good.
Oh, I love cheese though, man. Cheese is wonderful.
Cheese was hard to get rid of when I went vegan, but now there's just so many different options, like queso or like different, you know, guacamoles and avocados. There's just so many different options you can use. But I look at cheese today now, and I know it still tastes good, but I'm like, That's a bowl of nasty. Like,
That's a
so
quick.
it's just easy to not miss it anymore.
Because and we right on time, so we're gonna finish up in a second. Denise talked about lactose. You talked about cheese. Is there anything that you eat to where you like, if I eat this, then yeah, I know I'm gonna pay for it later?
Or like I'm gonna be shitty booty.
Whatever the case is, whether it's gonna come out like like me, like I go to Tumble 20. You know Tumble 22, Nikki?
Right here by the house. Yeah, right by me.
Oh yeah, I love Tumble 22, but I'm like, boy, I'm gonna pay for this later on this evening.
Is it because of the spicy?
Yeah,
is it the spicy that tears you up? Okay, the hot that tears you up. Okay.
Oh man, and it come out hotter than it went in.
Oh no, dude, that's not pleasurable to me.
It's
no,
not.
no.
It was pleasurable at the time, but I just had to, I'm like, man, I'm gonna pay for this later.
No, I know even not being vegan, before I stopped, consuming that stuff, dairy would fuck me up. I always loved cheesecake and ice cream and always grew up eating that stuff. So I knew if I ate cheesecake and dairy, like I was gonna be in fucking trouble. I think today it's just anything naturally that helps you go. So like if I eat a salad, I don't eat a salad on a date. I'm not gonna eat that. Like I don't drink tea. Like things that are generally made to like be diuretics to your body totally work in record time for my body. So I just know what to eat, what not to eat. Apples, yeah, pear, a lot of different juices. Yep. The grapes, a lot of fruits. It's so much fibers and so much waters in them. I mean, they're good for you, but it's like I know that because I'm a regular person and I'm a pretty good diet, like I have to be conscientious about food choices because my body doesn't have a lot to break down because there's not a bunch of shit stored in there. Like, not to say that I digest food any faster, but just the way that it comes out and like how it comes out is a little different. So you gotta be careful about what you eat. But I would think dairy for me. Other than that, I don't think I've ever. That's one of the things that's been very interesting about being vegan is how much my shit literally changed. Like after the first couple weeks of being vegan, I was like, my morning shit doesn't smell bad. Like farts don't smell bad. Like you don't have greasy, nasty farts. Like you just like it changes your body process.
I've never gone vegan or completely vegetarian, but like I used to do those research studies.
Yeah.
So when you're doing those research studies while you're in there, they put you on a very strict diet when it comes to calories and when it comes to the fatty foods and stuff like that. So you're not eating those cheeses, you're not eating a lot of chocolate. It's a lot of things that they take out of your diet, but you do notice a difference. I never thought
about the food being part of the controlled environment.
Oh yeah,
I never thought about that part. Okay.
Absolutely controlled. Yeah, because they got to control all of that. So yeah, but yeah, I definitely noticed the difference as far as how my bowel movements were. How I wouldn't get stomach aches. That where you get irritable bowels and stuff like that. I wouldn't, all of that stuff. I'm like, man, I need to start. It reminds me, like, yo, some of the stuff that you just feel on a regular basis and you think is normal is really not normal. And if you start changing up some stuff, then you will notice a difference.
Like when I see people post all the time about like how gassy they are and how much like Pepto they take and like how many times a day they are like constipated or have diarrhea. I'm like, that's your fucking guts. Like that's your diet. Like that's not normal wear and tear.
Another way your body is trying to tell you that it's out of order or it's not
it should not be operating like this.
Yeah, my brother, who is he's in really good shape. He's in the military. He was telling me he started taking a probiotic, and without even changing his diet, just taking a probiotic, which helps correct your health gut, he had lost like a lot of weight just taking a probiotic. And so then it also makes me think about how many things, for example, cheese, which we know cheese. I remember watching this documentary and Nikki, you probably know the name of this doc, but I forgot. It's one of those vegan documentaries, or
what the hell?
It's about the meat industry more so than anything, but it's like encouraged people to become vegan. And I watched this like whenever I was in college, and I remember watching them milk cows, and there was pus coming out of, and so that's what's going into the cheese. So every time I think about cheese, as much as I love it, I'm like, I know this is full of bacteria and pus.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
it's antibiotics so that we hope we don't fucking get sick. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we wonder why our daughters are having boobs at 8 years old and having periods at 9 years old. And like, holy shit, what, you know, like it's literally the diet. If it's not the diet, it's the goddamn vaccines. If it's not them, it's the medications. Like it's all of them together.
You know, it's funny one time.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Denise.
I remember, Nikki, you had posted something, and it just blew my mind about how basically they were saying that PCOS is basically, and that's what
polycystic.
Yeah.
Polycystic ovarian, polycystic ovarian syndrome or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it stands for, which I have. And it was basically saying that PCOS is diabetes of the ovaries, and that Alzheimer's was diabetes of the brain. And I'm like, oh my God, this is sugar doing, you know what I mean? This
what fucked me up about that, Denise, is of course my son is a type 1 diabetic. So it's the fucking sugar diabetes of the pancreas. Yeah, when I saw that video, I was like, oh my God, sugar. You know, when they say in one of those documentaries that the brain treats sugar like cocaine, you can fucking see why. It does. The brain cannot differentiate between the difference of white cocaine and white fucking sugar. It's that addictive.
I've had to shake. I'm like, I've realized that I was on a sugar thing, like, and I have to like be so mindful. I was like, I just got into this mode where I was just eating sweets more regularly, more than I normally would.
Yeah.
And I was like, either I'm gonna have to fast to like shake myself out of this, or I'm gonna have to be so mindful of this because I am like craving sugar.
But like, that's why. Just like the brain craves cocaine. Once you start putting that white sugar in there, it craves it just like you crave cocaine. Sugar's a fucking drug. It's like the #1 drug.
It's crazy.
You know, I was gonna tell you it was funny because it was either 2, maybe 3 years ago, around Christmas time, around, you know, just for the holidays, what we did, we just made a little me and the kids and everybody, we made a pizza buffet. So we just had all the toppings, pepperoni, sausage, different cheeses, onions, you know, mushroom, just all different toppings you want. And everybody got to make their own dough and make their own pizza and do all of that, whatever. So yeah, we just, you know, had a good time, had fun, this and that. So the next day, my little daughter, she over here just telling me, oh, my stomach hurts so bad. It just, oh, my stomach. She almost on the point of tears and she ready to cry. And she talking about she got she had the boo-boo and all that. And she ended up getting it. I'm like, all right, well, you feel better. I didn't know exactly what was wrong with her. But as I was, as we was making the pizzas and stuff and doing our little Christmas stuff, I had my, my little tablet recording. And while we doing all this other stuff, when I went back and watched the recording later, then my daughter, while nobody was watching, she's just over there grabbing handfuls of cheese and just going all the way in. And she's just having a ball. She over in the corner by herself, just dancing. And then she grabs some more cheese, a handful of cheese, put it in her mouth, and then she put some on the pizza and put some more. So then by the time we looked at it, I'm like, oh, well, that's why your stomach hurt. You sitting up here eating all this cheese the whole time. But it was just funny to go back and look at it later. She's just having herself a ball, just eating all that cheese up. We didn't know what was going on, but yeah, that's funny. But okay, we had 9:40. We had a hour and a half. So I think we didn't talk this out. Hope everybody enjoyed it. We will probably never have this conversation again. So if you ever have questions about it, just come back and watch this. And like I said, we talk about all things shit related. And no pun intended. I think we got it all out.
We did.
Got it all out. Somebody go spray. What do you say? Don't go in there for 35, 45 minutes. But before we hang up though, don't forget last Tuesday of the month we'll be over at the food truck. We'll be over at Alice's Food Court, over at Dirty Glove Midwest Barbecue. So of course we'll post more information about it as the next couple of days goes on. But join us for the last Tuesday of the month. We'll be having our in-person no live meeting at 8. It starts at 8 o'clock. We'll finish by 10, and then of course we hang out and have a good time and just, do all the good stuff, the parking lot conversation afterwards. But that will be the last Tuesday of the month, so we will not be on here live. But we do still need topic suggestions. So for sure, keep them coming.
And if this show didn't tell you anything else, if you present to us an idea, we will talk about it.
It'll get covered.
And it don't matter what it is. So now y'all know it. Well, maybe that's crazy. No, it ain't crazy. Remember that time they had a whole
and it turned out really well. I wasn't sure how this was going to go, but I'm happy how this went tonight. I'm really happy.
I told Nick, I'm like, look, no, we can make a good conversation out of this.
And it was good.
I don't think I've ever laughed this hard during the Free Thinkers.
No, especially not talking about bodily functions.
Q's story was hilarious.
Well, who knows? It may generate some more conversations. Maybe we'll start engaging in conversations about diet and veganism or vegetarianism or, being gluten-free and, just different, I don't know, alkaline-based diets, just kind of share what some of the things are for us that have, kind of broken away from some of the standard American diet and how it feels and, what that transition looked like. That might be a good little way to segue into some good food relationship conversations. Because I'm guarantee you, anybody who watches this is definitely going to look at their shit next time they go.
You better look at your shit.
They will be thinking about us in this conversation and if their shit's normal or not for like the next couple of days. So we can.
And by the way, thanks everybody for participating and giving your feedback and comments as well. Also, remember, feel free to get on live with us. We appreciate the comments and interaction through Thread, but also you can always jump on with us and have a conversation live. That's we set it up like that because that's the live actual conversation is what a lot of people are not able to get in other spaces. So keep that in mind.
And shout out to all these new people who were clearly interested in the conversation of shit tonight, because we had people engaging in the comments that almost never engage with us. So thank you for being here and like being a part of the conversation. Like share, like, share the page. And that's shit. That's all I got. No pun intended.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all.